My name is Amy Briggs, and I'd like to welcome you to this Ruby Ribbon Party. Michelle and I are your stylists. I would like it, or I would appreciate it, if you would comment who your hostess is, who invited you, so that we can make sure that you get the proper ordering link. So I'm going to explain to you just a little bit about how I got involved with Ruby Ribbon. Um, I am a nail tech. This is my side gig. Um, Michelle also has a regular job, and this is her side gig also. Please keep that in mind when you message us or if you ask us a question. We will get back with you as soon as possible. But anyways, I'm a nail tech, and one of my clients was doing a Ruby Ribbon party. I had never heard of Ruby Ribbon, which I imagine most of you haven't either. And so it was my first experience with them. I can honestly say that I didn't hate my bra. I don't even know if Michelle knows this, but I didn't hate my bra. But I was the kind of person that I was always looking at this shelf and that shelf. Um, and looking at different bras and trying to find something different in them. I don't know exactly what I was trying to find because both were bras. One was $10 more expensive over here, and this one, said that it was, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was looking for, but you know, you try this and you try that, hoping for something, and I don't know what I was hoping would be different, but I went ahead and went to, or, visited the Ruby Ribbon because, what do you have to lose? Um, and in the Ruby Ribbon party, I learned that you need to order three. I still recommend that you order three. The reason being because you want to rest them about 24 hours in between wears because they do snap back into shape. And so you want to have one to wear and one to rest, and then one if it needs to be washed, or if you're washing the two that you love the best, and then you have one to wear. So, anyways, you've got one to wear, one to wash, one to rest. But we do recommend that you have three. You'll get, these aren't Walmart bras, and you want them to be able to last as long as possible. So if you don't get a good rotation, um, and you'll wear them out faster. So we just recommend that you get three because if you do, you will get a good long lifetime out of them. I still have the three that I started out with 2 years ago. So although I've been bra free for 2 years, I didn't start selling Ruby Ribbon for about a year afterwards because I had to go on my own journey. So let me tell you a little bit about that journey. Um, when I ordered my Ruby Ribbons, I swear Facebook hears what you talk about. Like they know. And all of a sudden, my news feed was just blown up with a menagerie of shapewear and bras and sports, like everything you could think of. And so, of course, you look at it and they've got deals. If you buy three of these, you get 15% off. And so then I buy three of them. Well, as it turns out, you can get 15% off three, but in the end, you still got 15% off of three pieces of junk. And so I've donated most of what I got, but I do hang on to some just for tactile reasons when people come over. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I got this one. This is more of a Spanx one. The biggest problem with this is that there's absolutely no panels, which I'll explain that here in a second. It's just essentially just the Spanx. It's like the tube. So it's just like one piece of just like tubing. The problem was that it's here and I'm this long, And so these dug into my shoulders, and then this like dug into the side of my rib cage, and then where my boob was supposed to be, I got like double boob here and dug in there, and it was terrible. That was just a terrible. And then this one, I thought this would be a great option because it had a scoop neck in the front and a V neck in the back and black, and then it also was tan on the other side. So I felt like I was getting like so many options, but it's twice the thickness, and it is super Spanx. And so I'm a triple D, and it flattened me completely out. Like there was no shaping to it. It was just one flatness, and super hot. This one was really hot because there's just so much to it. And then this other white, this one was super hot. This one was really, really hot also. This one talks about how great it is because it comes down really long, and it's super soft, and it's got like this that your boobs are supposed to, breasts are supposed to set in. Unbelievably hot. The material is soft, but it's really heavy and hot. And again, there was no definition that really helped. The support that it said that it had, there was no support. Ultimately, it just squished me into place. And then this one is the funniest one out of all of them. This one was shaperwear, and it came up, and all the ladies' testimonies talked about how great, and it had this like gripper at the top that held it so it didn't roll down. And ultimately, the gripper is these two like hot glue gun things that, anyways, so I spent hundreds, and I'm talking hundreds of dollars buying all these things when I already had the answer, when I was looking for something and I already had ruby ribbon. And so after I bought all of these pieces of garbage, I was putting on my ruby ribbon one day, and I was thinking, oh, I need to get another one of these because I only have 3. And like it dawned on me, like I've wasted all of this money buying something other than ruby ribbon because I thought ruby ribbon was kind of expensive. And that was when I realized I had actually talked myself into selling ruby ribbon. And that's how come I became a stylist. 50% or more than 50% of the population is women. And honestly, you're here. And so either you don't like your bra, or you probably are a lot like me where I didn't hate my bra. But I was always looking for something different, like a better lift or a different feel, like, the back bulge and the dig in the sides. I'll tell you, even though I didn't hate my bra, what sold me on ruby ribbon was this. I loved the smoothing of my tummy. I loved that my tummy was flat, softened out. I love that that I don't have any back bulge, that I can wear a t-shirt again, that I don't have double boob right here, I'm not going bloop bloop. I love all of those things about ruby ribbon, and those were things that I wasn't offered with other bras or with other competitors. So that's how come I started, and it's extra money, I'm not gonna lie, that's nice. So that's kind of my story as to why I started selling ruby ribbon. It was a product I believe in, and half of the population wears bras. So the other thing is that we have breast health. Like, that is amazing to me, that this product, we have these bras that have this underwire that is uncomfortable. number one. And number two, jams up our lymphatic system, and Ruby Ribbon doesn't do that. Ruby Ribbon allows the lymphatic system to flow freely, and that's really important to me. It's also a company that is ran by women and supports women, and that is important to me also. I love that this company empowers women, so that's nice too. So enough about that. Let's talk about what we have to offer. So we have 5 levels. Level 1 is a lingerie, and level 5 is the highest lift and support. So I want to go over a few terms that will be used a lot in describing these camis. Number 1 is lift, 2 is support, 3 is compression, and 4 is structure. So the difference between lift and support. In my mind, when I'm talking about lift, I'm talking about lifting the girls up so that they're lifted up and pointing in the correct direction. When I'm talking about support, I'm talking about having them held in place so that they're not bouncing around so much, so that they are supported in the place that they're supposed to be. So you've got lift and you've got support. Kind of makes sense? Now, the other 2 words are compression and structure. So when I talk about compression, I'm talking about around here. This is the compression that you're going to feel more in the level 4, and the level 5. Those are where you get into compression. Structure is more to me, or when I talk about structure, I'm talking more about how the cami is made. Structure, I really talk a lot about when I talk about the Heritage line. Heritage line is a new line that we have recently launched. It's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful line. Lots of beautiful prints and lots of beautiful colors, but it is not for the faint of heart. It is a very, it's got a lot of structure, a lot of compression, and a lot of support. So it's something that if you're not ready to work with the cami, it may not be something that you want to start out with. But on that, let's go ahead and start talking about level 1. That's our lingerie line. This is the lingerie. If you see, there's not structure to it. It's a very free-flowing, a very comfortable, it is a lingerie. There is a seam that runs right here underneath the breast. Can you see the seam? That's not underwire. So it sets gently just underneath the breast, and then right here where the breast pocket is, the fabric is stretchy, and so your breast does stretch in the fabric stretches with your breast, so your breast set in those pockets, and then this just sets. We also have some beautiful matching underwear that go with it. I did wear this over the top of camis and wore it with like a denim shirt or a button-up shirt. So you don't just wear it for lingerie, but it is a level 1. It's not something for that you're going to get any support or lift with. Next is level 2. This is the second skin. We have a couple of different type of camis in the second skin. This is butter soft. This is super, super soft. That's why it's called second skin. The seams are bonded like this. There's nothing on the inside either. Like they are completely bonded. It's super soft. This has petals in it for display. The petals are something that you buy separately. They have petal pockets right here, so you can put those in. The second skin comes with the silicone. This is surgical grade silicone gripper. And this is soft. It has a level 2. It's just smoothing. So there's not compression or structure to this. It's just smoothing. The second skin is good for A, B, and C cups. Then we have a level 3. Level 3, it does have a shelf on the inside, so it does help with lift. And then it does have the molded pockets so that your breasts do fit gently into these pockets. Don't be too concerned because there is quite a bit of stretch in here, but we do recommend that this is an A, B, and C cup cami, and the kind of compression that you're going to have is kind of about the smoothing of a swimsuit. This does have the 2 inches of medical grade gripper, but this is the way this gripper looks. But this is the level 3. I really like the level 3 for an everyday when I'm not concerned about smoothing out my tummy. It is moisture wicking, so this one's a lace one, but they also come without lace. I love wearing it as a tank top and working out in the yard because it does pull all the moisture away. There is going to be a post in this party that will explain how the moisture wicking pulls away and the moisture's on the outside, and then this becomes a air conditioning unit for you, and it is amazing. It's just amazing. Then we've got level 4. Level 4 has Into-Me fabric, and then it has bonded panels. So we've got a bonded tummy panel here, and then a bonded panel that runs right here, and then we've got the petals, or the pockets right here where your breasts set in. So it's able to separate and lift. This right here, you're gonna go, that's not going to be big enough. This will actually fit up to a double P. This fabric is unbelievable. It has superpower. Like, it stretches amazing. Now the back of the level 4 has these panels right here called angel wings. So how this is able to give you lift is it does the compression back here and around and then lifts you up. But what's nice is right here underneath the breasts where the panels don't meet, this is right where your lymphatic system runs. That's where people usually have underwire, which is why bras are not breast healthy, but Ruby Ribbon is. There will also be a post about a doctor, her testimonial about how Ruby Ribbon is and is able to tote their, has bragging rights on their breast health. On the note about the superpowers, all of the camis come with a little sister. They're called demiettes. They look like this. Like this one's the Athena. This is the little sister to this one. The demiettes are amazing, but here's the thing. Until you are used to free boobing it, until you are used to not having an underwire, I really recommend that you get camis first because it's a different kind of feeling when these muscles right here have atrophied and you're counting on these panels right here to wrap around and lift you up. And the demis don't have these panels. So it's kind of like asking Superman to leave the house without his superpowers. Anyway, so I just recommend when you first get started, maybe get 2 camis and 1 demi. And that way you can kind of see the difference. The demis are great, but the superpower is in the camis, but maybe it's just because I like having a flat tummy. And then level 5 is the nursing and the ultimate. The ultimate is amazing if you have wider hips. It stretches up to 56 inches in the hip area. So if you're a severe pear, you can go all the way up. And you'll have to talk to your stylist. You'll have to make sure that you get your measurements to your stylist because we understand which sizes measure which ways because these don't size like bras. I can't emphasize that enough, that they don't size like bras, and different camis have different structure and different compression. So really think about what it is that you want and what it is that's important to you. Also, like I was showing you that these stretch, they're all customizable to you, but you need to make that decision whether or not you want to stop wearing a bra, whether you want this breast health, whether you want this flattened out tummy, whether you want to get rid of your back bulge. And we can help you. We can help make that happen for you. So I encourage you to look through the posts that are going to come up through this. Get in touch with your stylist. We can help size you. We can answer any questions. I'm going to be checking in the morning, wearing different camis, talking about things that I like about them, and touching base with you. So feel free to poke into this party throughout the week. Comment as much as you want to. We'll probably do some contests throughout it. But anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Also, I pre-recorded this because I had a nail client, and so probably about the time that this ends, I will be done with the nail client, so I'll be able to hop on live and answer any questions that you have. So anyways, I look forward to touching base with you live here in just a second. Have a wonderful evening.